Hey everybody, it's Keith with Fire and Dice back with another product review video. And today we're going to be reviewing some tabletop terrain from Josh at Mindscape Miniatures. Now Josh is actually a very talented guy. He does special effects for movies and he's worked on movies such as Star Trek Beyond, Pirates of the Carribean, Black Panther, just to name a few. He actually got into terrain building in, I think it was 2018, and it was basically because he had a lot of friends and people in the tabletop community that was kind of pushing him towards it because of how talented he was and some of the stuff that he made for his own home games. So he decided to go ahead and take a stab with it. I'm going to go over a lot of pieces that I got from him that he sent me in this box. There's actually quite a bit of it. So I'll go over it a little bit. I don't know all the details behind it. I'm going basically off the conversations we've had. He sculpts and fabricates them using wood, foam, and then he combines that with some type of urethane plastic. So it's a combination of sculpting with those supplies, the wood, the foam, stuff like that, and then using and covering it with the urethane plastic. So it's actually very durable stuff. It's not brittle. It's not going to really break on you at all. I haven't had any pieces break at all, and I've been painting them, using them a lot. So they're very durable. So let's go ahead and go over a few of the pieces that he sent me. So as you can see, these pieces are kind of like made for cavernous areas, but they're very well made, very detailed. You can use them for a lot of things. Pretty cool. Then he's got some broken sarcophaguses. And they're all actually different, so it's not all the exact same one. He's got, I don't know if you can see, I'll try and do close-ups, but he's got broken, cracked sarcophaguses here. This one's broken a little bit. This one's open with the top missing. Then you've also got just a couple of pieces that he made like this. This has a pentagram on it, a design. Maybe you can use that as a possibly a teleportation station or some type of just ruin that maybe a sorcerer left. These are piles of dirt, mounds of dirt with like skeleton bones in them, and possibly maybe some treasure and stuff like that. Depending on how you paint it, you can make it into whatever you want. So I wanted to go ahead and at least just show a quick view of what the stuff looks unpainted. So I'm going to go over some of the pieces that he sent me that I actually painted. This is another kind of that can go into a dungeon, and it does fit well with some of the other makers like Dwarven Forge and other people who make dungeon terrain. It's kind of like bricks with a little stand on it, maybe an altar, a dais. But it's pretty cool, very well detailed on here. Very nice. This one is a campfire. I'm not actually done painting this one yet, but as you can see, it's got basically a dirt mound, rocks in a circle around it. And then the wood stacked up in the middle. It's actually got a bunch of little charcoal in there too that you can paint black. So I'm still working on the details on this to make it look better, but it's coming along. But beautiful campfire. I mean, you always use campfires whenever parties take long rests on the side of a road, stuff like that, even short rests, they use them. This is another mound of dirt with treasure. It's got a skeleton on here, shield, sword, some other stuff lying around, broken pieces of wood and rocks. Like I said, very detailed stuff. He's very good at his craft. It looks great. And again, it's very lightweight, but sturdy. It's not going to break on you. Very nice stuff. And it looks good when you paint it. It looks great. Put this in the dungeon, and the party comes upon it. It just looks outstanding. This is actually my second favorite piece right here, and it's a larger version of these cavernous pieces. And I actually painted mine ice because I have a part of my homebrew that's actually a frost giant lair, and I kind of wanted this to be some type of treasure room in that lair. And as you can see, he's got it kind of like a pathway going in, and it's surrounded so it would work as a small room perfectly. And then it's got a treasure box with a lot of treasure in it. I painted different like gold, silver, sapphire amulets and stuff like that. It's actually so detailed that he actually has that stuff in there if you can see it and identify it. He actually calls this the dragon's nest. I think he has this go along on his site with 3 dragon eggs that you can put, so it's kind of like a dragon's hoard, but I'm using them all separate. But I also painted these dragon eggs, kind of basic paint jobs, just a little dry brushing on them, and gave them a little texture and color to them. But the very nice detail on these dragon eggs. And this thing, I want to get a close up on that. But you can see the treasure box, very well detailed, very well made. Again, it's very sturdy, very durable. It's not really going to break on you at all. This is not everything he has. He has more stuff on his page. If you go to him on Instagram, you can find him. He's at Mindscape Miniatures, and I'll put that right here. He's also got his website, which is mindscapeminiatures.com. I'll put that in the comments below if you want to visit his site. But let's go ahead and go to the last one. My favorite thing, and I think one of his probably best sellers on his page, is the pile of skulls. Look at that thing. I went ahead and painted that. I've just got a mound of dirt with a huge pile of skulls on it. Obviously, this can be used for a lot of things in your game. It's just a very cool visual for your players. Because I love using tabletop terrain. That's why I try and collect all of this stuff and get as much stuff as I can, because it is beautiful. And he does, again, Josh does a great job with building and putting this stuff together. And he has a lot of variety. He doesn't really make the actual, dungeon walls and tiles. I think he probably could, and maybe he is getting into that, but right now he just does the accessories. But that's really what makes a dungeon pop, is when you get the accessories. You put these things in here, put the pile of skull in the corner, a campfire on the side of the road, this stuff with a dead skeleton that the party can inspect. It can actually be a huge part of your story. The dragon eggs, all this stuff really adds to the look and the scene when you set your table. And I am definitely a DM who loves to set a really nice table using my miniature terrain. So that's basically it for the video. Again, it's Josh with Mindscape Miniatures. I'll go ahead and put all that information below in the comments. Follow him on Instagram. He's a very talented guy. He's got a lot of good stuff. The link to purchase his stuff and to look at what you can buy on his page is on his Instagram page. Also, again, you can find him at mindscapeminiatures.com. So go ahead, check him out. Give him a follow. You won't be sorry. This stuff is great, fantastic. It's well made, well crafted, and it's going to last you a long time. So that's basically it for the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody.